Hello, welcome to the Motown India show. My name is Dwapi Thari and I'm back with news on coronavirus or COVID-19. Well, on the last count, that is in the morning of March 31st, 2020, we in India had just around a little more than 1,000 people infected by this deadly disease, while just about 30 odd people died and just around 100 people were on the path to recovery. When you consider a population of more than 1.3 billion people, that is good news. On the global front, however, things are really bad. More than 7 lakh people have been infected, of which almost 34,000 people have died, and around 1,51,000 people are on the road to recovery. Well, people are recovering, but I have a question. When we have such a low number of coronavirus infected people in this country, why are Indian auto companies going to make huge numbers of ventilators and masks and protective gear? I fail to understand that, and I really don't have the answer for that. Well, today I'm here to talk about what global companies are doing on the coronavirus front. That is, what are they making when it comes to ventilators and masks? I have stories on Ford Motor Company, General Motors, Mercedes-Benz and SEAT of Spain. Stay tuned.
Earlier we had reported how Ford Motor Company of US was making face shields for those in the medical field who are coming in direct contact with patients suspected to be infected. Now we have news that Ford, in collaboration with GE Healthcare, will leverage the design of Aeron Corporation's FDA-cleared ventilator to produce in Michigan. With the full weight of the UAW, or the United Auto Workers, behind the venture, and the full power of Ford and GE Healthcare, production of the GE Aeron Model AE ventilator is targeted to start in the week of April 20 at Ford's Rossonville, Michigan components plant. Ford expects to produce 50,000 of the ventilators within the next 100 days, with the ability to produce 30,000 a month thereafter as needed. The simplified ventilator design, licensed by GE Healthcare from Florida-based Aeron Corporation, is responsive to the needs of most COVID-19 patients and operates on air pressure without the need for electricity. Ventec Life Systems has announced that General Motors will build Watson critical care ventilators at GM's Kokoma, Indiana manufacturing facility, with FDA cleared ventilators scheduled to ship as soon as next month. This effort is in addition to Ventec taking aggressive steps to ramp up production at their manufacturing facility in Bothell, Washington. Across all manufacturers, there is a global backorder of critical care ventilators capable of supporting patients fighting COVID-19. The companies are adding thousands of units of new capacity with a significantly expanded supply chain capable of supporting high volume production. GM is contributing its resources at cost. GM will also begin manufacturing FDA cleared level 1 surgical masks at its Warren, Michigan manufacturing facilities. Production will begin next week and within 2 months ramp up to 50,000 masks per day, with the potential to increase to 100,000 per day. German car maker Mercedes-Benz has offered its support with the production of medical equipment. With the aid of 3D printers, individual components can be produced that are urgently needed in medical technology as a result of the current COVID-19 pandemic. Mercedes-Benz already uses 3D printing machines to produce up to 150,000 plastic and metal components every year. This capacity can now be fully utilized for medical purposes. All common 3D printing processes can be used, from stereolithography SLA, selective laser sintering SLS, and fused deposition modeling FDM to selective laser melting or SLM. Spanish car maker SEAT is collaborating with the healthcare system by making automated ventilators with adapted windscreen wiper motors. Around 150 employees from several areas of the company have worked for a week on the definitive model after designing 13 prototypes. A ventilator is currently undergoing prolonged testing as part of the approval process.
Pues básicamente hemos transformado en un tiempo récord, en prácticamente 3 días, una instalación que la tenemos acondicionada para fabricar el eje anterior del subchasis del modelo León, de nuestro León, para montar el equipo respirador con una propulsión del motor limpiaparabrisas.
El transformar una línea de montaje que fabrica subchasis, una pieza de coches, y poder transformarlo y fabricar respiradores ha sido un trabajo largo y arduo en el que han estado implicadas muchas áreas de la empresa y hemos conseguido hacerlo en un tiempo récord de 1 semana.
La motivación de todas las personas que hemos venido a participar en este proyecto es ayudar de la manera que sabemos nosotros, que es fabricar en serie un equipo que pueda llegar a salvar vidas.